Do you live stream with your smartphone? Do people on your live streams complain that the camera does a lot of shaking? Do they ask you to get a gimbal? Well, of course they do. And they do that on my live streams as well. That's why I bought this. Let's get it unboxed and see what I think about it.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
Here is the Smooth Q 3-axis stabilizer. Picked it up over at my local Best Buy store. It was $99. There was another option for a gimbal 3-axis stabilizer. It was for a DSLR. It was almost $500. I went with this option, being that I'm going to be using this to live stream from my smartphone, and I don't need anything that hefty for now. I'm going to get this thing open, see how I like it. Might put it through its paces for a little bit. If I really like it, you know, I might hold on to it. If I don't like it, I might return it and upgrade. But gotta get it open first. Let's get this plastic off first, because I know the glare is probably killing your eyes. And just in case I do decide to return the packaging, I don't want to cut the box. I just want to get the plastic off. What's it say? Let's just see what it says here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that or not, but it says Smooth Q 3-axis stabilizer designed for smartphones and GoPro cameras. This is the actual product color. You got me. Bluetooth zoom control via app. That's pretty cool. Optimized stabilizing system. Sounds pretty cool. Lightweight with long runtime. Pretty cool. I kind of was like, wait a minute, this thing has to be charged? And the salesperson said, yes, it has to be charged. I was unaware. I just thought I didn't know how it worked. Got to be honest with you. Multiple intelligent controls. Well, I love it when things are more intelligent than I am. Maybe I'll be able to get a better video out. It says Smooth Q 3-axis stabilizer specifications. There's a pan range, a tilt range. Pan range is 360 degrees. Tilt range is 320 degrees. Roll range is 320 degrees. The payload is, it says between 0.16 and 0.44 pounds. I guess there's accessories on here that can be removed. I'm not certain. The power, it uses between 80 and 1500 milliamps. Operating time, approximately 12 hours in between charges. Use range between 15 and 113 degrees. So if you're in those kinds of extreme temperatures, let me tell you. Dimensions, it's 11.5 or 11.22 inches by 4 and 64 inches by 4 and a 13th of an inch, or 4.13 inches. The weight's not quite a pound. It is 0.97 pounds, so it adds a little heft. Semi-hard case and a USB cable are accessories, and compatibility. It says smartphones with screens up to 6 inches and GoPro Hero 3, 4, and 5. So it sounds like pretty well rounded out. I just don't know how it will affect my live streams and my shooting. I could see using it here in the shop. The thing is that my goal when live streaming is in retail stores, not necessarily on the street, I don't mind, but in retail stores, is to be, my goal is to blend in as much as possible. And I realized that when me and Nick would go anywhere, whether it be with the DSLR or even the smartphones, a lot of people vlog using this Joby GorillaPod. And it's cool. It helps you hold it out and blah, 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 all that. It's pretty awesome. This way, in between shooting, if you need to set the camera down, you could do that. It really comes in handy. The problem is that when you're in a store and you have this huge GorillaPod and then a phone, you become easily noticed and you stick out like a sore thumb. People feel awkward. It kind of sets a weird tone. I like to go as covert as possible. In case you haven't seen our live streams, check it out here. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe I don't like it to be as covert as possible, but I know that using this definitely makes it more apparent what we're doing. So, will this gimbal or 3-axis stabilizer do the same thing? Let's get it open, see how big it is. Nice box, I gotta tell you. I like the sleeve. Another nice box here. Here's the gimbal itself. It's wrapped very nice. I'll admit, it already seems very large. It is in a case. Here are the accessories. This is a pretty nice USB cable comes with. It has your directions. And then we have a strap. So I guess you could just put this as like it looks like a neck strap. You know, in between shooting, you just let your gimbal and your smartphone drop down. Maybe you have to run to go get a shot, whatever it is. That'll help you do it. The packaging seems very nice. Let's pull it out of its sleeve. So this is, I guess this is a Zhiyun product. It looks like it's pretty cool case. I gotta tell you, nice. It has some nice zippers on it. Just generic. But it looks like a little guitar case. Kinda. Cool though. Yeah, already, it seems to me, and I haven't used the product yet, don't get me wrong guys, but for the amount of money you're spending, 99 bucks, between the packaging, the case, the accessories, and the printed brochure, it seems like you're getting a lot for your money. But, because I feel like everything seems top-notch. The problem is, how does the gimbal operate? Did they put a large majority of that $99 into all this accessory type items, or did they put a lot of money into the gimbal? Let's get it out of the case and see how it feels. You seeing this case? It's pretty cool. Here is the gimbal itself. It's, you know, and I know it needs to be charged and it won't swing as freely once it's on and operated, which I didn't quite understand in the beginning. I didn't realize that. I always thought to myself, how does this thing work? It just seems very floppy. It would be even worse. I will say this, the weight of the gimbal itself up here, the 3-axis stabilizer portion, you could feel that it's substantial. I will say this, the handle itself seems a little cheap. The plastic feels cheap. And I know it's only a $99 gimbal, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe a heavier plastic's not necessary, but it just feels like cheap plastic. I don't necessarily believe that the stabilizer is cheap. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this part of the handle in my hand feels cheap. Let's see what we can see here. It's got a mode button. It's got a power button. And here is your control for zoom. Pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that. So we have a power, okay, button. Right here we have a slider for zoom, wide and tighter. I don't know what this button is. Here is your USB jack to charge your gimbal. And we have a mode button here. I guess maybe you could switch in between modes. I don't know. It does have a quarter threaded bolt if you wanted to mount this on a tripod. That was definitely one question that I asked, because when I'm shooting here at the shop, I want to be able to mount this on a Joby, so I can move the camera around and then plop it down as I need, especially when I'm by myself. So you could see the quarter turn thread mounts right onto the bottom of the gimbal, and then you're able. This is kind of a large. This is a large setup, but I would hold it in this manner, and then have the ability to set this down if necessary. Now, if you're using this with a Joby, just keep in mind, all right, you'll want to have a Joby that's rated maybe for a DSLR, because even though you might be using your 3-axis stabilizer with a smartphone, you've now added the weight of this stabilizer to the load of the Joby. Makes sense? So don't go chintzy on the Joby. Hashtag just saying. I'm gonna get this thing plugged in, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let me just breeze through the instructions. So this piece right here is the joystick. So I guess this will control the stabilizer. You know, be gentle with me, guys. You know, I admit it. I've never used a gimbal before. So that's a joystick. Cool. There's a whole bunch of warnings and safe operation guidelines. Don't try this at home. You have to charge your battery. There's a roll axis thumb screw, mobile clamp. You would mount the gimbal this way I like to shoot in portrait, or I'm sorry, landscape. But that's it. Just a quick unboxing. I figure I'd let you know we're going to try to step up the live streaming game. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you know somebody that needs a 3-axis stabilizer in their life, share this video with them. What we'll do is, after I get this thing charged up and use it for a bit, I'll let you know how I like using it, and I'll update you on this 3-axis stabilizer. See if it's coming in handy, and let you know what I think of it. But share this video out. If you like our content, please get subscribed. But as always, thanks a lot, and have a great day, guys. Bye. Did you like that video? Wondering what to watch next? Well, why don't you click over here and watch this video? Or click over here and watch this video. If you really like our content, we hope you consider getting subscribed by clicking right here. Thanks a lot, and have a great day, guys.